As you guys can see, we have quite the mess here. I have got this coffee kicking in. I got about an hour until my grocery pickup. So I'm giving myself that hour to power speed clean as much of this house as I can. In that hour, go get my groceries. Good to go. So we are jumping right in, you guys. I'm starting in the living room. I'm just going to shove all of these toys into the TV stand and get all of this trash put away, thrown away and taken care of. There's trash on the floor. There's clumps of dog hair, clumps of dog bed, just everything. Everything you can think of, it's there, you know? The house has just gotten really crazy. So now I'm just going to open the curtains, straighten up the pillows, try to shake some of the dog hair off of these darn blankets. I feel like I wash these like every 3 days because my kids always take them off of the rail here and drag them to the couch. And if there's even a little bit of dog hair, it clings to the blanket. So I try to shake them off every single day, multiple times a day, and just hang them back up. And so I can actually use them at night and not just be smelling dog while I'm using the blanket. But anyway, now I am spraying everything down with disinfectant, the Clorox multi-surface. I'm spraying it on the hard surfaces, the curtains, the fabric of the couch, the air, everything. I have just been religiously disinfecting everything more than I ever have in my whole life because we just went through that huge stint of everybody just getting sick like every other week. So I've just been disinfecting everything every single day as much as I can. So that is the living room straightened up, and now we are scooting right over to the dining room. My husband the day before cleaned out the car and had this whole basket full of kids' clothes and jackets and stuff from the car. And so these other jackets I just threw right on top and took those to the laundry room because everything needs to get washed. And now we are basically doing the same thing in here. I am going to pick everything up, take it where it actually belongs, throw away the trash, and spray everything down, wipe it down, disinfect, all the things. I'm not doing the floors right away. When I'm doing a speed clean, I tend to get a little bit more all over the place, and I tend to save the floor for very last so I can just do it in one big old swoop and just do the whole house at once, if that makes sense. Like normally, if I'm kind of just doing my own thing, taking my own time, no time limit, I'll do each room 100% of the way, top to bottom, do the floors, everything. But when I'm trying to speed clean, I just try to pick up and wipe down as much as humanly possible. And in like that last 5 to 10 minutes, that is when I do the floor. I just come back through and do every room at the same time. Just because it feels like it saves time or something, or it doesn't interrupt my flow as much. You know what I mean? So I can just do more. So the only editing magic that I'm going to do for this whole clean with me is unloading the dishwasher, just because I feel like that's kind of boring and you guys don't want to see that. But I unloaded it, and then I am going to just load it right back up with all of these dishes. I had a whole nother full dishwasher full of dishes. So I'm just going to hand wash this one knife, and everything else just gets rinsed off. I took some stuff off the counters. I had my crock pot that needed to be rinsed out and put in the dishwasher as well. And don't worry, you guys, I do have a garbage disposal, so I'm just rinsing that right down and then letting the garbage disposal grind it up and take it away from me. So I'm going to load that dishwasher up and then scrub out the sink. I am using just some good old-fashioned baking soda. I feel like baking soda is kind of slept on these days because there's so many other scrubbing products that are made just for that. But I feel like baking soda is the original scrubbing product. It's the original multi-purpose cleaner, and it works really good. So I'm going to scrub this out with just some dish soap and baking soda, and then rinse it down with super, super hot water and move on to the rest of the kitchen. The way that I'm cleaning the kitchen today is also pretty out of ordinary for me, just because I was literally in such a rush. If you've seen my videos before, you know that usually I start in the kitchen at the very beginning, and I start by clearing off this counter. And today I didn't do that because I just wanted to get the dishes taken care of. Like when I'm speed cleaning, I'm not tackling it a room though in the order that I normally go in, because I'm tackling it from a perspective of like, I need to get the most important things taken care of first, and then if I have time, I'll get to the other stuff kind of thing. So obviously I start with the dishes, because getting the clean dishes so I can use them again is the most important thing. So now I'm moving on to everything else that I would normally do, which is clearing off the counter, throwing away trash. I had my purse out on the counter. I just needed to go take that to the car because I was about to go get in there. And then again, wiping off and disinfecting all of the all of the counters and handles. I kind of mixed those two words together. I'm going to spray them down. I'm going to spray down all the handles of the refrigerator, everything with the disinfectant. And then after that sits for a bit to disinfect, wipe everything down really, really well, and start the dishwasher and start my wax melt. I also started my candle warmer in the on the coffee corner in the dining room, because I'm just, like I said, everything is getting done right now so that by the time I'm done, those are already on, smelling good, and everything's clean and ready to go. And here's another thing that I'm doing a little bit out of order, because if you have seen some of my videos before, you know that normally I do the bedrooms first, and here I'm kind of doing them last pretty much. But again, I'm basically tackling them in order of most important, or what's bothering me the most. So yeah, I was just leaving the bedrooms until later, until, you know, if I had time at the end of this clean or whatever, which I do now. So all I'm going to do in here is put away these jackets. I just needed to hang them back up, and I threw away the trash, took some cups that were on the nightstands to the kitchen, and I just threw them in the dishwasher super quick. And then I'm just going to make the bed. I don't do it any kind of fancy way. I just kind of flatten out the sheet and make sure it doesn't look like crap. And then I am going to vacuum really well in here. And then once I got the vacuum out, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I just was like, all right, the vacuum is out, which means everything's getting vacuumed. So I vacuumed this room, and then I just scooted right on over to all the other bedrooms and just started vacuuming them away. I didn't even like care about picking them up or doing anything special in there. I was just in vacuum mode because I have two big dogs. They shed like crazy, and they love to lay in the carpeted rooms, rub around on the floor. You know how dogs like to do. They love to nap on the carpet. Totally understandable. But I feel like the carpet, obviously the dog hair like clings to it. So I really I use my vacuum quite a bit in these carpeted rooms and try to get up as much of the dog hair as I possibly can. So as you can see in here, I'm on to the kids' bedroom. Not even going to bother with this clean laundry that's already sitting in here. I disinfected the changing table and then boom, right to the vacuum. And that's all I'm going to do in here. Again, we're speed cleaning. And also my plans for the rest of the day entailed just doing a ton of laundry. I had so much stuff to wash and dry that I basically just wash dry all day. And then at the very end of the day, I put all the clean clothes away at the same time. So I'm just not even going to bother with this little basket of clean clothes. It would just interrupt the flow, and I'm trying to get as much done as possible, as you can see. So cleaning the next bedroom, and then we are going to move on to the other parts of the floor as well. After I was done vacuuming, I noticed that the bathrooms needed the counters wiped off and kind of cleared off. And again, that is the only thing that I did in both of the bathrooms, literally just taking like 2 minutes to put everything away. After I got ready for the day, obviously, and then I just wiped the counters down with Clorox wipes and called it a day. And then I moved on to the hardwood floors. I am using my Dream Tech vac mop here. I am in love with this thing. It is so freaking good. I don't have to pre-vacuum the dog hair if I don't want to. It really does get everything. And I always have a ton of dog hair on the floor, even though I'm not even joking, you guys. I I use this vac mop every single day, and every single day there's so much dog hair. Like, I literally don't even know why or where it comes from. I have, every time I do the floor, a huge clump of dog hair. It drives me nuts. It drives me actually insane. But this is just so much faster. I love this thing. It's so much faster than having to obviously vacuum and then go right back over the whole thing with a mop. It literally cuts your time in half because you're doing both of those things at the same time. So I love this thing. As you can see, I did the bathrooms, I did the hallway, I'm now doing the kitchen, and then I did the dining room and the living room off of camera, and that'll be the end of the power hour. And this was such a good clean. I am so happy. Of course, I didn't do any like crazy deep cleaning, scrubbing, or whatever, but for a power hour, I feel like I got quite a bit done, and it's looking pretty good up here. It's definitely looking a lot better than it was, and everything is disinfected, pretty clean. The floors are clean. Everything's smelling delicious. So I'm pretty happy about that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are still cleaning along with me, I have an entire playlist right here on the screen and always linked down below, as well as my Instagram, my TikTok, my other YouTube channel, and my Lemon 8 if you want to follow me everywhere. And I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.